All right, welcome to the Bradley J and Shayla. I don't know. I don't really know what we call this, but I have to bring that music down so I can hear Shayla talk. I don't want to blow you up. That's going to be our new intro music. I'm going to work it a little smoother into it. But we are back, and I want to start this off by saying sorry, we weren't here last week. Shayla and I have a mutual friend, Lindsay Gutierrez, and her husband, Joe, and family. I went through a personal tragedy, and we kind of had to take some time away what would you say, like,
to
how would you?
support our friend.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something where it was like a different word, but I couldn't come up with it. But yeah, so we wanted to be there for our friends, so we took a week off, and now we are back.
We're
So,
back. Yeah.
yes, I will say, I don't want to say this, but I will. I
You
missed
missed me. You missed me. I haven't talked to you, so it's been 2 weeks. Doesn't it feel like a lifetime?
It does feel like a lifetime because I was getting used to, like, every Wednesday I was like, oh, I can talk to Shayla and see what's up. And when you miss a week, it just seems like forever that you haven't talked to somebody. I do want to start off by saying, when you worked here, you always had a candy jar.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was well stocked too.
Well, I've got a video I'm going to put together of, and it has to do with candy and a new coworker who doesn't have a candy jar, but he's got an interesting place to put candy. So I'm going to post that video on Facebook for you to take a look at. But I do want to start the show talking about neighbors. I know that you guys just moved into, like, a new house for you guys, right?
We did. Yeah. We just moved in last summer, so almost a year. So yeah.
Oh, wow. So you have new neighbors.
We have new neighbors. I really like our neighbors here, honestly. I mean, I can't complain, Bradley J. I really can't.
What about Gustavo? Does he like your neighbors as well?
Yeah, I think so. Our neighbors probably don't like him. He walks around in his underwear all the time. We've already talked about that.
Yeah, and so he's doing that in the States. Okay. All right. Nice to know. Nice to
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And Gustavo is very personable anyway, though. It's fine. It's hard not to like him,
You
how
know
he comes
what?
off.
Everyone can get along with Gustavo. Yeah, that's pretty easy. He's one of those likable guys. Yeah.
Well, we all know there are those annoying neighbors, and I'd like to think, oh, look at that.
Hi, Bradley.
Almost right on cue.
Wow. Yeah, I was just talking about his underwear. I told you.
He does. He's in his underwear. All right. It's true. The stories are true, man.
I told you.
That is
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Now everyone's going to be watching this video because my husband's in his underwear. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. He looks like he's been working out.
yes, yes.
Well, that's the show. You
What
can't
were
talk.
we talking about? Whoa.
That's it. The show's over. Thanks for joining us. We can't top that, so we're out. Have the neighbors ever seen him like that
Oh,
accidentally, you
yeah,
think?
I'm sure they have. He's got his little garden out there, so he walks out there like that all the time. Yeah. So,
Okay. Do you
yeah.
think the neighbors think you guys are a little weird?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure they do.
Do you think I was going to talk about annoying neighbors because do you think you're an annoying neighbor? Like, is there anything that you besides that though? Do you think you're an annoying neighbor that people would go, "Oh, that's Shayla and Gustavo. I wish they'd quit doing."
I don't think we're annoying neighbors. Like the only thing I could think of is sometimes Gustavo's playing music on the back deck, but I don't feel like it's too loud to where it would be like annoying for neighbors. But I like at my previous place that I was living at, um, I think you always have that one neighbor that's just kind of like you like this guy every time I was about to go outside and he would see me and he would talk to me forever. And sometimes it was like I just want to take my trash to the end of the driveway. I don't want to
Right.
spend 20 minutes talking. So he was that neighbor that I would like look out the window to make sure he wasn't outside first to then go take my trash out or check my mail. I don't have any of those right now, but yeah, I don't miss him.
Well, here are some things that people do, like letting dogs bark all day. I
Okay.
mean, just continue. That's just something that annoys people. I was trying to think. I never had a neighbor there. I've had neighbors with dogs, but they never annoyed me. I'm a pretty like I don't get too upset when it comes to, as long as it's not after like 10 o'clock. I'll
Yeah.
let it go till midnight sometimes, but like till 10 o'clock, and I'm just like, no, this isn't happening. Also, blasting music, which you talked about, is another annoying thing. When you're trying to sleep, that's annoying. I've had that happen before, and I'm not one to call the cops or anything yet in my lifetime. But the number one thing that bothers people when it comes to neighbors, inappropriate parking. So like I always worry about that. Like if I was coming over to your house and I would be like, "Hey Shayla, where do I park at? Like, can I park in your driveway?" Which I don't think you should do unless because I don't know if you guys, what if you're leaving? I got to back up. So
Mhm.
inappropriate parking. So I would always call and be like, "Hey, where do you want us to park? Across the street, in front of your house? Like, where are we doing that?" But
Yeah.
that would be the most annoying thing. I will say I did have a neighbor. She had I'm gonna say boyfriend, but she had a boy come over or a man, and she kept me up with noises.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it was very annoying, very, very annoying, and I
Yeah.
called her out on it one time in front of we were all sitting outside one time, and she was talking about being loud or something like that, and so, she was talking about me doing something loud, so I had to bust her out, and I imitated the sound, that I heard, and I was like, "Yeah," and she was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh." I was like, "Yeah." So, don't say I'm annoying and loud because 'cause you're
Oh,
annoying
man. Because
and
you
loud.
live in an apartment, right? So I'm sure you hear stuff. Yes. From
In my apartment I live in right now, there's not a lot of noise in our
Oh,
apartment
really?
complex. Nope.
Pretty soundproof? That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Either that or we're all very, very, very quiet.
Oh. See,
Yes.
I lived in a duplex, and so I just had one side, but honestly, I couldn't hear them a lot. So they must really like soundproof those or something. I don't know. A lot of
Well, they
wall
could.
between us, I guess.
Yeah, so it's been a while since you got married, okay?
Yep.
Things are still going good?
We're still married, so he's still walking around in his underwear doing his thing. So,
I have my papers right here because I wanted to talk to you about this, and I don't know if you know what this is, but there's a thing. Have you ever heard of wedding sprawl?
a wedding sprawl? No.
You've never heard of this?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, well,
Is it like a
basically,
wedding brawl, like people getting in fights?
I
Oh, no?
was there a fight at your wedding? I didn't see
No,
it?
I don't think there was.
Okay.
But then again, if there was, who was gonna go tell the bride that there was a fight? No,
That's true. Unless the bride was involved with the fight and you weren't, so we're
I
good.
was not
So
involved.
so basically when it comes to weddings, you have the proposal, right?
Yeah.
A bridal shower, a
Mhm.
rehearsal dinner, a reception, and a honeymoon.
Bachelorette party. You forgot that one.
Well, okay, that's true. And that's true. Okay, so you have all those things right there. So there's basically one, two, three, four, 6 things that you do for a wedding, right?
Yeah.
Well, now check this out. This is what couples are having, okay? An engagement party or maybe 2 engagement parties. Then there's a bridal shower or maybe 2 bridal showers, 2 or more. Then there's a destination bachelor and bachelorette party or maybe 2. Then the wedding, the reception, a day after brunch, and 2 or more honeymoons. One, this has to be a thing rich people do because I
I
don't know.
was just gonna say, that sounds expensive.
Yeah, because weddings are, I've
Ooh.
never gotten married, but I've heard people talk about getting married, and it's very expensive
Oh
to
my
get married.
gosh. It's so expensive. Like everyone tells you before you get married, like my mom wanted me to do just a destination wedding so bad. I was like, "No, I want to do the whole thing, whatever." And now I see why people are like, "Oh, just go run off, get married." Like it is expensive. It's so
Yeah.
expensive.
Do you wish you would have had a destination wedding? Put you on the spot?
I don't think so. Like part of me is happy that I did what I did and it was wonderful and I wouldn't change it for the world. So that's good. But as I was paying all those credit card bills, I was like, oh man, I could have spent all this on a nice vacation. So, but no, I don't regret it. I liked my wedding and it was awesome. So,
Yeah, and so it's crazy that, but that's what they called it, is like a wedding sprawl, and that's what it is. It's just a sprawl down. It just seems like, oh hey, it's all about me, so let me spread it out as long as I can, so everyone, it sounds like somebody who wants to like. I get it. Like the wedding is for the woman getting married. And it's a very special, emotional day for her. Like she
Mhm.
wants it to be perfect and everything. And I get that. And I'm all for that. But so having it spread out like two honeymoons, isn't your honeymoon supposed to be like after you get married and then the day after and then the rest of your life until you die is your honeymoon? Like it's the rest of your life is what your honeymoon is.
Yeah.
Stop it with two honeymoons. That's ridiculous. It's
Oh my
crazy.
Yeah,
But
what
it's
I think is, like, ironic with, like, bachelor and bachelorette parties is some people wanna go off, like, yeah, far away, and they wanna make it, like, a week-long thing, which, yeah, I'm sure is nice for the bride or the groom, but you have to remember, like, your bridal party, they don't know each other, like, you're the one that knows them, so do they really wanna spend a week with each other? Like, no.
no. No.
No.
If you want to comment on this, so Wedding Sprawl, if you disagree or agree with us, you can email us. The email is scrolling across the bottom or anything. You can ask us questions. You can say, tell Shayla how great her hair looks tonight because it's fabulous. Usually it doesn't look that way, people. So she needs all the compliments she can get.
Thanks. Appreciate
I
it.
know. I took like, watch this. Talk about, like, I shouldn't talk about hair because I don't have any because I
Yeah,
shave it off.
let's look
But
at
check
your
this out.
hair.
Look how bright that is with this light in here.
Ah,
I look angelic looking, right? Devil.
glowing. Yeah.
There you go. So I mean, it's like crazy. No, but you do have your hair, like when you put it in waves like that. Not that it matters what I like, but I'm just saying when you put it in waves like that, it looks very nice.
Well, now I'll do this
Um,
every Wednesday for you.
uh, thank you.
You're
Can you
welcome.
have Gustavo also continue to bust in on you in different colors of underwear on Wednesday? Because that would be fabulous for the ladies that watch the show.
I'm gonna say, we'll
Um,
just make sure it's different underwear so people
yeah.
don't think he's wearing the same underwear for a week.
All right. I want to move on to little quirks that we have. I thought we would share a little bit of ourselves. And since you're a lady, I'll let you go first.
Oh, that's so nice of you. You want me
You're
just to
welcome.
lay
You're
out my
welcome.
book of quirks that I have?
Yeah. You can just
Oh,
name one. You don't have to name a lot. You can just give one little quirk that you have.
okay. Well, when I think of quirks, I think of, like, nitpicky, like, organization things. I don't know if that's kinda where you're going with it, but I color coordinate my closet. I don't know if other people do that, but that's something that, like, it kinda stress my husband's closet stresses me out because it's not color coordinated. I have all my reds and my blues and my pinks, like, it's all lined out. So that's one of my quirks, I would say. And then I'm kind of organized with my DVDs also. Do you have a lot of DVDs?
I do. I have two cases full. The cases are like probably
Okay.
like that. They're pretty big. I have two of them. They're pretty much full too. And my CDs as well. I have cases for those as well, and they all go in alphabetical order according to my alphabetical order. Like numbers go first, and then like the beginning, like ACDC would be in the A's, and
Mm,
then like Bob Seger would be in the B's. No, I don't go by last name. I go by first name.
okay. Yeah, see, so I feel like that's kind of a quirk. That's like a weird quirk to have. But like my DVDs, I don't have them organized by like alphabetical order. I have them by like when I got them. I don't know why. But and they have to stay in that order and my family will attest to this as well, that I would notice when one was out of place. So I knew what order they were, and I could tell if one was off. And I went and would ask my sisters, "Where's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?" It was right here. It goes right here, and you put it up there, and it doesn't go there. So yeah, I guess that would be
Wow.
another one of my weird quirks is just certain
I
things
I
just have them organized.
I guess you would call it OCD is what I have.
Yeah.
That would be me on some things, not all things, I think, but some things. Like when I used to have magazines, I would put them on my what would you end table, and they would have to. I would You would have to see the title of the magazine, so it would be like Entertainment Weekly, Sports Illustrated, Rolling Stone, and you would have to see it. When my mom came over, she was sitting on the couch, and as we're talking on the couch, she would reach down and she would move the magazine while I was talking to her. And I would watch her and I would see her do it. And then I would just unconsciously, like I didn't even really know I was doing it. I would reach down and I would still be talking to her, like, oh, well, how's Tony doing? Good. And I would move the magazines back to that, do that. And then I would get done and mom would be like, does that bother you? And I go, does what bother me? She goes, when I move the magazines. I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, I moved the magazines so up. And she goes, and you moved them back. And I was like, oh, I go, I just like them that way. That's all. And she's like, oh, she goes, that's good to know. Cause, and I'm not bad about that now because I've just gotten over it. Like I've learned to, I don't know if you want to call it controlled or whatever, but it doesn't bother me now like it did. You got a mouse running around in your thing? What do you
No,
got?
my
Or your
dog's
dog?
eating something, and I was trying to figure out what he's eating.
Well, go. I don't want to. Yeah, you got to take care of your dog.
He found some cardboard and just started eating cardboard.
Not good.
Oh, jeez. Look, I've lost a corner. See, Gustavo let him in as he came in, and now my whole office is just torn apart. Okay, sorry, I was distracted, but I'm fine now.
Well, hold on. Wait. I see it. It's a big fight coming in your future.
I lost a corner of my. Dang it. Okay.
This is finally. I've seen you get angry, and it has to do with Gustavo and your dog. Whoa. Let's see your dog. What will you do to you? What will you do to? Oh, look. Wants to make it up to you. He's like, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Eating my little cork board. Jay.
But that was one of my things. And also I have a quirk where when I was younger, my hands got really chapped in the wintertime, like they bled and knuckles. And so I had hand lotion and put them on. And now I use hand lotion a lot. And I get a lot of grief for that from a lot of my guy friends and all kinds of people. Like, what's that? Like, why do you use that? And I'm like, I used to bought, like, I would try to hide it. And now I don't even care. I'll pull it out. I'll put it on. People I go, yeah, I like soft hands, man. It's it's a quirk of mine that I just got to have. And I carry it with me in my bag when I go places. So, that's one of my quirks. But anything that I do now, especially as I've gotten older and, somebody tries to make fun or whatever like that. And I'm like, I could care less what you think of what I do because I do it for me. I don't do it for you or not do it for you. I do it for me. Because I want to do it. That's what I'm going to do. So if you don't like it, don't freaking watch or don't be my friend. Get away from me. Don't it's like, so I've learned to deal with it.
I agree. That reminds me, I put chapstick on every night before bed. And I have to put chapstick on before bed. I need moist lips to go to sleep.
You're actually, I think you do it because you're like, I got to be ready for Gustavo to kiss me. So I don't want no chapped lips when he kisses me.
I don't know. There's a thing like going to bed with like dry lips. I don't know. I have to put chapstick on before bed.
You have some you're like the weirdest person I know when it comes to sleeping. You sleep like you're dying, like you're dead. And then you put chapstick.
Yeah.
I did like how you said.
I mean, I'll admit it. I'm an odd duck. Yeah.
I like odd ducks, so that's why we're friends on that. So there you go. Also, I learned since we've been off for 2 weeks, searching for stuff to talk about, I learned something that I did not know people did. And it's just weird to me that people do it. But I'm going to read. I saw this story about where a guy was at his girlfriend's house. Okay. And the girl was in the laundry room doing laundry. And this guy, the boyfriend, walks in and he opens the lid up of, I don't know why. It says he opened the lid. And there inside the top of the detergent, the thing that you screw on, the cap you screw on. And he asked his girlfriend, what are you doing, silly? You left the detergent lid cup in the machine. And she replied, yeah, you're supposed to do that. Yeah, I'd never heard of this before. And he was like, what? And he said, that's ridiculous. You rinse it and put it back. And That's what it does. It cleans it out of the detergent that's inside, and then once you're done, you put it back on the top of the laundry detergent. I'd never heard of this before, ever.
I didn't know that either. Now I'm gonna have to try it.
Oh, you real? I don't try it. I did laundry over the weekend. I completely forgot about this, but I was like, oh, what it's just because the laundry detergent, when you put the cap back on, it'll go back into the bottom of the thing. So why would you put the cup in the laundry?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I have never heard of anyone doing that. That's interesting.
No, but I guess on TikTok, when they talked about this couple put this story on TikTok, and yeah, people have been doing this for years. I had no idea. My mom, horrible teacher when it comes to household things. She didn't tell me this at all.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I shouldn't be talking bad about my mom, but too bad.
Yeah, don't talk bad about your mom, because then they send you a text and they say that they're going to take you out of the will. It happens. It happens.
That happened? Your mom sent you a text and said you're out of the will?
Remember? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
One of our segments we did. I can't remember. You asked me something about my mom, and I responded, and then I got a text from her saying, I'm taking you off the will.
Your mom, sweet lady, but also can be very mean and vicious.
Feisty.
She is. All right, we're going to wrap the show up with yes or no, Shayla. This is a little game. This is a game where I come up with Shayla. I ask her a question, and all she can say is yes or no with no explanation to her yes or no, which I think is funny because, like, when people ask you questions like that, usually you get a chance to explain it, but you don't.
Yeah.
You just have to say no explanation. If you explain, I'll hit in broadcast right away. So you can't give your explanation for your yes or your no. I think I know the answer to this one, though. There was a survey on T-shirt trends, and it found that tie-dye shirts are in, okay? But 34% of people would not wear a shirt with a photo of themselves. So, Shayla, yes or no? Would you wear a T-shirt or a shirt with your photo on it? Yes or no?
No.
But you would wear a photo with your dog on it.
Yeah.
So weird.
That sounds so conceited to wear a shirt of myself. Now, yeah, I'll wear a shirt of my dog. That's cool.
Okay. All right.
All right. Next.
I'd wear a shirt with your face on it. You just got to get it made. Okay. Uh-oh. What's he eating now?
Magnets. I swear. Where is he finding this stuff? All right. Ready for the next one.
Your dog is weird. Okay, so there's a French museum that will not allow people to enter unless they are totally naked. So if your favorite place, your favorite store, right, has this new rule that you can only go into your favorite store, the favorite store, that one that you always go into, you have to go into. He's like, yeah. So if you're
be in this broadcast,
there you go. If your favorite store, the one you love, the one you have to go into, said you can only come into the store if you're fully naked, would you get fully naked to go in the store? Yes or no?
I'm going to say no. I'd get a new favorite store. I don't think I could do that.
All right, there you go, people. Shayla.
TJ Maxx. Like, TJ Maxx is my favorite, so I'm really contemplating here. But I think I would find a new favorite store.
So there you go, TJ Maxx. If you're listening, no more Shayla. If you put a rule in, everyone has to go in naked to the store before they can go in. It ain't happening. What's your dog's name?
Draco. Yep.
Draco, what up? He doesn't respond to it.
Yeah, he's just a puppy. He just does what he wants.
Or he's a dumb dog. I mean, one or the other.
No, he's so smart. Can't you see that smart look in his face?
Oh, yeah. Eating cardboard and magnets. That's complete. Dog eats cardboard and magnets. Smart dog or dumb dog?
Yeah. Fair enough.
But he's cute.
We're working on it.
Yeah, he's cute. So that's what you get for that. All right. Don't forget. You can email the show at BradleyJ at 94country.com. You can always be a part of the show if you want to as well. You can leave comments during our Facebook Live. We're also on YouTube. We do this Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. Shayla and I get together and we just discuss things that are interesting to us that we find in our lives. And of course, me, I go digging for weird things that I can ask Shayla because it's always fun for me to do that. So, Shayla, again, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your dog hanging out. And also, thanks for Gustavo joining the show
Special
today.
appearance by Gustavo in his underwear. Yeah, you just never know what you're gonna get, for real.
All right, we'll talk to you again on next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So, Shayla, have a good evening. Tell Gustavo I said hello. And yeah, that's it,
All right.
people.
Bye.